how would you explain what the UNT Esports program is to someone who has no idea of what esports is?
Sure. So the esports program at UNT, or at least the facet that I organize, is basically intended to be the varsity program of esports for the University of North Texas. Competitive video gaming is a little strange. And not something that really quite 100% fits into athletics, but also, it's kind of so new that it's kind of all over the place as far as where you could assign it to essentially be. But the basic charge is to put together the best teams that I can of students that attend the University of North Texas to compete against other universities in competitive video gaming.
Okay. And what games do we have?
Sure. So at the moment, we have 4 teams that compete for the university. We have a Rocket League team, an Overwatch team, a League of Legends team, and a Valorant team.
What have been some amazing accomplishments that you've seen the program do and some of its gaming teams have done recently?
Sure. Yeah. I think on the grand scale over the course of time, our Rocket League team has probably gotten like the greatest accolades of becoming, I think, for 2 events, we were number 2 in the United States.
And that's gonna be it! UNT are going to the grand finals! Knock off the fall champions!
And it was just essentially 3 engineering students at UNT that had no prior, professional experience. So that was probably like if there was a team that ever truly peaked, went the distance, and did all of the things. It was really our Rocket League team, and I think we've had a historical legacy of Rocket League over the course of time.
Can you tell me what makes esports competitive? What how much hard work do these players and the teams do?
Yeah, so, I mean that's like a fantastic question, because I think a lot of people that kind of are from the outside looking in will ask some questions that to players or coaches or people that are in this are kind of like, why would you even ask that question? But it's it really comes down to the fact that the teams that we put together and the players that are on these teams usually don't have the skill set to play on the other team, right? Like sometimes there is this confusion of oh, you play on the video game team. Which teams do you play on, right? And they'll say it in a plural, and you're like, no. I have a player that is an Overwatch player, and they play Overwatch for the University of North Texas. It's kind of like the same of asking why doesn't a tennis player also participate in the swimming team, right? Really, what it takes is for these students to dedicate a lot of time, energy, and effort to apply themselves to a video game. And you can sit down and play a video game for hours upon hours and upon hours, but I think there's a big difference between playing a video game and applying yourself to a video game. And I guess what I truly mean is that our students treat it almost like a job, in the sense that, or it's an art, right? In the sense that they're constantly asking themselves, what am I doing well and what am I not doing well? How many times do I need to lose to figure out this one part that I'm not doing well, right?
Finally, how can people support UNT Esports program?
Yeah, I mean, the easiest one, just as a student, is to watch us on Twitch. Just whenever you're doing homework and you see the announcement, it's just something that I just like sharing, just as far as why I think what we're doing really matters. 6 months into the job, we ordered our first jerseys, and we gave them all, on the same day when we did this media day, to essentially be like, hey, you're an athletic team, we got to take some pictures of you, get some video so we can use it for content creation. Also, here's your jerseys. And so it was a surprise to all the players because they didn't know it was coming. And I'll just never forget when one of the players just looked at his jersey, had his name on it, his gamer tag, and he's like, I never thought I'd be an athlete for the university or something like that. And it just that kind of dawning realization that we were able to get a different demographic of students engaged with the university at this level that they are is just something that's really cool. I'll never forget it.